I guess first is, as I said earlier, we want to improve every time, no? And I think if we talk about the World Cup, we qualified the last three, right? In Seville, we won we won here in Manila. We beat the Korea for the first time. That's what I guess propelled us to the World Cup. And then in Beijing, we did qualify for Beijing. And this time we hosted. That's why we were in the World Cup. But we also qualified. If you take a look at the record that we had. So again, we want to qualify again to the next World Cup, but we want to do better. I think my aspiration in the last World Cup was at least 2 wins, but we fell short. No? We have not had 2 wins in a World Cup. And if you notice, there are 32 teams, right? The top 16, there was no Asian or African team in the top 16. We're all in the bottom 16. Maybe we can be better than that next time. Of course, I think a lot of this vision and this aspiration was, a lot of discussions also with Tim, because I have to understand also how Tim is thinking about the whole process. And he did say that we always want to be the best in Southeast Asia for sure, and we always want to be the top teams in Asia. So we started that with an Asian gold last year, and I think we carry that for the next 4 years. So in a way, I think answers your second question. I think hands down for me, after of course Tim has proven himself many times over here in the Philippines, but that Asian teams medal was also again delivered by Tim. So to me, there's no other choice except to really offer it to Tim. If Tim said no, then that was the time I would start looking for other coaches. There were some thinking of foreign coaches, but again, it's difficult. No, you're hiring a foreign coach, but you only need him, as Tim said, maybe 40 days of the year. So what does he do the rest of the rest of the year? And again, I think you're trying to gather the best players in Philippine basketball, and I think our thinking is depending on the system of Tim, is these 12 players that we've identified. I know Tim would say that any other coach can be a different lineup, but for him, I think in his system and the way he wants to run the program, these are the 12 that he's looking at to deliver the vision. So we started from that, and I sort of agreed with a lot of the things that Tim said and the targets that we wanted to put forward. So we were aligned actually from day one in terms of the vision. Took a bit of time for me to convince him to say yes, but we were sort of aligned. We wanted to improve the standings of the Philippines. Once you perform internationally, the rankings follow naman. So I think I told Tim, why can't we be in the top 20 at some point? So I know it's a hard task, but because you're playing against a lot of the European countries at the same time. So we want to be better. We want to improve every year. What number we fall at, I really don't know, but we want to continue to improve.